We welcome you to this broadcast of girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We are at Varsity local schools where the Bremen Cardinals will take on the Varsity Raiders. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: People Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Great Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Electric Automation, the Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, Mountain Store Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Meats, The Jewelry Barn, and NKTelco. You're looking live at Claire C. Gymnasium at Varsity High School. My name is Brady over here to bring you this action on a cold Saturday afternoon here in Louisville, Ohio. Should be a good one between the Bremen Cardinals and the Varsity Raiders. Let's take a look at the Cardinals. They sit at 4-2 on the season under second year head coach Bremen, and they sit at 2-1 with max compensated 48 wins over Delta St. John's 50-23 game that I was called for the other night. The Cardinals was a pretty dominating win from the beginning, just simply outmatching the Delta St. John's Blue Jays who rolled over there. And good game from Alvin Hayes and Corey Coleman. Wilson Marina Nelson. Taking a look at some of the overall leaders, Chloe Holman is averaging 617 points a game. Marina Nelson averaging around 14 points a game. Some of the big guns for Coach Andy Turner's squad. His team sits at 4-2 on the season. On the flip side for the Varsity Raiders, they sit at 7-1 on the season. They had their first game in 9 days on Thursday. They played the Indiana Rockets and eked out a 37-31 victory. Raiders slowly working their way back as the players. They're not going to have some put off for the rest of the year, so the Raiders are going to have to dig into that depth here as they sit at 7-1 on the season. These two teams did play last year, and the Bremen Cardinals did defeat the Varsity Raiders in that contest.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Back here to NKTelco Sports here at Varsity High School as we get ready for our starting lineups brought to you by
Now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for our visitors from New Bremen. Number 2, sophomore Marina Nelson.
Sophomore Marina Nelson.
Number 14, senior Abigail Powers.
Senior Abby Powers.
Number 22, senior Ella Pate. Number 23, senior Allison Hayes. And number 30, junior Chloe Coleman.
Leading scorer, number 30.
The reading is coached by Andy Turner, assisted by Emily Mesher and John Storr.
Assisted by Emily Mesher and John Storr.
And now for your Varsity Raiders. Number 3, the 5'9" senior, C.C. Borchers.
Starting lineups for the Russia Raiders.
Number 4, 6-foot junior, Ronnie Poland.
Junior, Ronnie Poland.
Number 5, the 5'6" senior, Maya
Senior, Maya Manin.
Number 13, the 6'1" senior, Kate Sherman.
Kate Sherman.
And number 14, the 5'6" senior, Reese Duo. Raiders coached by Paul Barbagen, assisted by Rachel Borchers, Tracy Schultz, Bruce Borchers, Luke Danforth, and Christy Borchers.
299 in this contest here tonight. As we take a look at our game brought to you by Keyboard Pizza in Newport, Ohio. Before we get underway, first for the Russia Raider, for the Bremen Cardinals. Get out and get pressure. Sometimes Raiders do struggle with full court pressure. I feel like Abby Powers is really big in this game. Also, getting the ball on the block against Kate Sherman, against a really tall Raiders team. And also just good leader. That way, Cardinals can amazing possessions on the shot. Raiders to play their game. Former head coach on the sideline. It was probably the worst shooting last year against the Cardinals. All the games are ball last year. And it's supposed to track the bottom of the game. They play their own game. They need to limit the turnovers and also just be themselves and be composed. Keeps the game brought to you by Keyboard Pizza. We're underway as the Raiders win the tip. Raiders win the tipping contest 39-14. The first of two here on NKTelco Sports. We'll have the guys game tonight between Russia and Troy Christian as C.C. Borchers in the corner got it to go. That was something the Raiders really struggled with last year, as I believe they were 1 of 18 from beyond the arc against these Bremen Cardinals at Cardinal Gymnasium last year, as they defeated the Raiders last year. Raiders team at 120 games and was district runner-up. Abby Powers on the inside, puts it in. Gets some of that 3 points back right away. The Cardinals trail 3-2 on the first National Banking first scoreboard. Hugo brings the ball up over to C.C. Borchers. Just gets the ball up over to Sherman. Sherman to Gubo. Gubo gives a shot fake. Borchers gets the basketball, goes on the inside, spins, and it kicks off of Powers' leg. And stay with the Raiders. Again, Coach Paul Bermigen looking for his 499th win. 30 years head coach of the Raiders. And second year as head coach of the girls team, coached 4 years also at Troy. Raiders get the ball, they're pulling on the inside, power move to the basket. Ronnie Poland puts it in, and the Raiders up 5-2 on the first National Bank first scoreboard. 2 trips, 2 scores. It's 100% efficiency by both sides here. Nelson gets it in the corner to Chloe Homan. She straddles the baseline. Back up over to Allison Hayes, who had a really nice game against Delphus. Cannot connect on that shot there. She had 7 points in that game on Thursday. Raiders pushing transition. Maya Manin back up over to Gubo, back to Sherman. All this over to Maya Manin. Clanks off the iron. Battle in the corner. Rebound falls down to Chloe Homan. Powers pushes the break up over to Hayes. Hogan in transition for the tie, off the mark. She gets her own rebound, no good. Rebound falls down to the Raiders. Borchers trying to push the floor. Borchers to the basket, is fouled, and she'll shoot 2. Borchers is one of the best really in the area when she's got an open floor, knows how to take it to the basket. And that's stuff like that Bremen's got to prevent in transition. That foul going to go against Abby Powers. So you'll see Mia Hirschfeld come to the scores table as Hirschfeld no good there by Borchers as Hirschfeld comes in for Ella Pape. That's one thing the Cardinals we're going to have to key on. Open floor possessions going to really be in favor of the Raiders today. That's something I'm sure Coach Sherman's going to key in on as Borchers splits the pair from the line. She's got 4 for the 5'9" senior. Could be a nice matchup. Nelson drives on the inside. Nelson to the basket, forces contact, and draws a foul. And that foul going to go against C.C. Borchers. Her first, team's first. No, it's actually going to go against Ronnie Poling. Marina Nelson at the line. And she counts the first one out in the 13 points contest. Her and Homan have really been the dominant driving forces for the Bremen offense. And that's a pretty solid 4-2 start and a 2-1 record in the MAC. Their losses on the year coming to Jefferson and Versailles. The Raiders win loss coming, of course, to state-powered Tri-Village here. That was last week in a classic football game. Raiders had a 10-point fourth quarter lead that they lost last time they played. Cross-court pass. Kubo from the corner, rattles out. Powers on the open floor. Powers to the basket, no good. Nelson on the cleanup is inside. I said how the Raiders got to prevent Borchers in the open floor. The Raiders have to prevent Powers in the open floor. Borchers, right side. Borchers looking, got pulling on the inside against Hayes, and will put it in. Ronnie Pulling has 4 points. Her and Borchers have 100% of the Raider offense, 8-6. Raiders reclaim the lead on the First National Bank for the first scoreboard. Ball goes right side to Hayes. Hayes on the curl. Hayes goes over to Nelson, who fires 3 in and out. Good look from Nelson off the screen. Ready to catch and shoot. We go over to Borchers. Borchers rejects the screen. Nice defense by the Cardinals, but a nice find to Pulling, and Pulling will go to the line for 2. And it looks like that's where the Raiders see the matchup, is really the Ronnie Pulling on the inside, where they can really take advantage against this Cardinal team, as a couple Raiders to the scores table to come in, and Cardinal as well. Pulling connection the first one. Kelby Dosek, Grace Holster coming in for the Raiders, a pair of seniors for Kate Sherman and Maya Manu. And for the Cardinals is Ella Pate. This Cardinal team only going to go about 6 deep. There's Duca Carly Scott back. Worked her slowly into the JV game. She had 8 points and 2 points for Pulling. She's up to 6 now. Powers will get pressured by Grace Holster in the backcourt. Defensive specialist of this team, and a lot of face guarding for this Raider team. Raiders get a turnover. Kubo with the basketball. Halfway through the quarter, streaking is Grace Holster in transition. Holster fires a 3, it's no good. And Borchers tapped it in off the baseline. Probably Scott will come in. Chasing Borchers really could have took that to the basket. I think that's the reason she's going to come out. Say, hey, just took that to the basket as a travel on Allison Hayes. Hayes confused with that call. Our officials tonight making the calls are Adam Bell, Lincoln Weaver, and Chip Ordine. The officials tonight in the ball game. Ball at the corner. Over to Scott to Borchers. Borchers fires a 3, clanks off the iron. Dosek chases down the rebound. Kubo sets the offense back up. Goes over to the left side to Scott. Back up over to Pulling. Pulling, moving, getting the ball back up over to Kubo on the inside to Dosek. Kicks it in the corner to Borchers. Still trying to move and cut. Give it to Pulling on the inside. And Ronnie Pulling's got 8 points as she sealed off her defender. That was textbook right there by the Raider Junior. As they're doubling up the Bremen Cardinals. Powers, left side, guarded by Dosek, spins on the inside. Powers over to Homan. Homan on the inside, shot in the lanes, no good. Rebound goes back down to Powers, though, and it bounced off of Hayes, and it'll be Raider basketball. Nelson going to come back in again. Short breathers on this bench for Annie Timmerman's squad, and they only run about 6 deep generally. 2:32 to go in the first quarter. Borchers on each change up over to Kubo. They get a nice backside screen for Borchers, who lays it in. Nice executed play by the Raiders. All the points on the day have come from the hands of Borchers and Pulling. Borchers with 6, Pulling with 8. And it's a 14-6 Raider lead on the First National Bank first scoreboard. Ball on the inside, tipped away. Dubo gets there just in time, which ball would have got to home and it would have been a wide open layup. Nelson gonna inbound the ball from the A on the Russia logo on the baseline. Nelson struggling to get it in, gets it up over to Ella Pate. Pate the lefty, the southpaw goes over her right shoulder, puts it in. Coach Annie Timmerman wants a timeout. All timeouts this year on NKTelco Sports are brought to you by Precision Strip. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of girls high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replay of this game Friday, December 30th at 7 p.m. or Saturday, December 31st, New Year's Eve at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and NKTelco.com/sports. We'd also like to thank some of our additional sponsors. They are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Gilsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Secure County, and St. Louis Bank. Now that's a strip timeout. 14-8 Raider lead. Pate hitting a nice little shot in the lane to get her Cardinals back within 6. Takes up the pass to Kate Sherman and back in the lineup during that break for Ronnie Coleman to give her a breather. A great first quarter she's had. Borchers on the right side. Borchers cross-court pass to Scott catching, fires a 3, and that's an assist from C.C. Borchers, and Carly Scott scores. And the Raiders glad to have her back from injury for a much-needed depth with Simone Putoff out. The Raiders glad to have the 5'9" junior back as there's collision on the floor. Ball on the inside to Hayes. Shot's no good. Homan comes down with it. Homan puts it back in and count it. And 1 for Chloe Homan. As it has been an offensive first quarter, but a run and gun style game. You don't see it too often in high school girls basketball, but these teams are running. As Homan puts these fires and sinks it. That's a shade under 17 points. Get a late substitution. Maya Monin going to come into the lineup for Bruce Skibo, and C.C. Borchers will shift over to the point guard position. Homan quickly gets that 3 back to Scott on an old-fashioned 3-point play. Powers will get it right from Borchers, and this is exactly what the Raiders wanted to prevent. She misses the wide open layup. Homan there to clean it up. And again, Powers got right in front of Borchers. On the inside, Sherman surrounded. Borchers a 3-pointer, rattles in and out. Sherman goes back up. Her shot's no good on the inside. Huge defensive stand for the Crimson and Gold. 2 good looks at the basket by the Raiders. Burden on the inside is fouled and they're going to line for 2. A little 5-0 run by the Cardinals. Not catching the first free throw. Mia Hirschfeld coming back into the lineup for the Cardinals. As Ella Pape will head out. He's going to check on his first people as well. We have Carly Scott, a breather. Ronnie Poland going to the bench quickly as well to come back in. And Dosek will head out. Sorry, Powers. I said Burden a few times. Sorry, Abby Powers. I apologize for that. I did the game earlier. I'm thinking Abby Burden. I apologize for that. Listeners out there, Abby Powers. Don't have to do the games I shouldn't have done with that. So we have 1 possession here. Cardinals should start the ball in the second quarter. Just trying to get a bucket here, and they will turn it over. There's 7 seconds to go. Here in the first quarter, Cardinals lead or trail by 3. Burden up across the timeline. Burden with a basket. Burden at the horn. Shot is no good. And a high-scoring first quarter. Russia ahead, 17-14 over New Bremen. We'll step aside. Come back to the second quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Back here on NKTelco Sports. Beginning a second quarter of action. Score Russia 17, New Bremen 14, and a highly offensive first quarter here in high school girls basketball, and really just a lot of good offense by both sides. Fast paced. Chloe Holman has 5 to lead the Cardinals, 4 from Marina Nelson, 3 from Abby Powers, and 2 from Ella Pate. For the Raiders, it was 8 points from Ronnie Poling, and 6 from Cece Borges, and 3 from Carly Scott, as Jayla Shappy enters the Raider lineup, getting her first action of the ball game. Holman wide open. Holman forgot about her, and Holman made her pay. Chloe Holman with 7 points. And the Cardinals back within 1. It was a 17-8 ball game, and it's an 8-0 Cardinal run, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Try to get on the inside. Cardinals trying to shift Poling away from the basket. Shappy with the ball, guarded by Powers. Poling over to Sherman, out of control. And the Cardinals, nice defensive effort there, even though they fouled, making the Raiders catch the basketball away from the basket, and all their momentum moving away. As Kate Sherman will go to the line, the senior first-team All-County selection held scoreless that first quarter, not held scoreless here as she fans the first free throw, and the Raiders go back up by 2. Splits the pair from the line. The rebound goes down to Hayes. Hayes with a bit of momentum will just slow it down. Gets it over to Holman. Nearly going over and back. As the Raiders lead by 2. Led this whole contest. Inside to Holman. Nice spin move. Raiders might have got away with the foul. Hirschfeld back up over to Nelson. Nelson on the inside. Blocked by Sherman. Cleanly that time. Raiders get a defensive stand. The Raiders turn it back over. It's Powers in the open court, and Powers cannot connect on the layup. Maimon will come down in it. Raiders getting in a running match with these Cardinals. They're only being 6 deep. They like to run a lot.
Push up on 4.
Trying to get into Poling to get that matchup they like again, and Poling makes a nice spin move. She's in double figures, 50% of the Raider offense now. It's a 2016 Raider lead as the Raiders going to bring some pressure now. Nelson back up over to Holman. She's left wide open, spotted from behind by Sherman. Powers gets it back down, back over to Nelson on the left side. Nelson dribbling back up over to Powers. Powers to the basket over Sherman. Another offensive rebound. The ball's on the floor and the Cardinals will turn it over. Ball at the head to Shappy, to the basket. Jayla Shappy misses the bunny shot, and it deflected off the Raiders' last. substitutions on each side. Ella Papin for the Cardinals. And Kelby Dosek and CC Fortress in for the Raiders with 5.5 minutes to go to halftime. Raiders going to go back to that quick pressure. Dosek makes a nice play. And a nice clean pick there. Left side, back up over to Borchers. Back up over to Poling. To Monin. Raiders going to slow things down a bit. It seemed like the pace of this game over the last few minutes has favored the Cardinals. Raiders up ahead. Hugo jump shot from the wing. Short. Dosek can track it down. Right place, right time to CC Borchers. I guess you'll credit the assist to Kelby Dosek, who was there right place, right time, and the Raiders back up by 6. Nelson, some pressure, back up over to Pape. Pape wide open to Hirschfeld to take the deep two, well short. Put in win on the net. Raiders working up ahead, Monin in transition, back out over to Gubo to Borchers. The Cardinals defense really shading over to the side of Ronnie Poling. Not going to let her get anything. They're not going to try to at least. And the shot was a foul by Dosek. And she's been a little aggressive the past few possessions, and the foul's going to go against her. That's going to be her first, the Raiders' 14th foul. Sherman will now come in for Ronnie Poling. We get a timeout by Coach Andy Timmerman. Precision strip full timeout. We'll take with them our score, Rishi 22 and Bremen 16 on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Back here in NKTelco Sports. We're midway through the second quarter. The Russia Raiders lead the Bremen Cardinals 22-16. Here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. And it's first game back for Andy Timmerman here in the Claire Cinevo Gymnasium. He coached 5 years for this Russia squad from 2016 to 2021. Over that course of those 5 years, he racked up an impressive 82 wins, an average of just over 16 a season and only 45 losses. So an average of about 16-9 a season. The team won a district title in 2017. They took over a program that didn't even have a JV team the year before. Left a pretty good impact on this program as they say out of bounds. I thought they issued a timeout though. It'd be Raider basketball, but Coach Timmerman coached many of these girls that are playing now as they were sophomores. Team that was district runner-up 2 years ago. Last year, Coach Timmerman coached here and taught math at Russia. As Raiders get a backside play like they did earlier for Porter. She leads into the contact and will shoot 2 free throws. So again, a homecoming for kind of, not really a homecoming, but Coach Timmerman leaving and going to his alma mater, New Bremen. So I guess a homecoming in that sense, but a 2010 graduate of New Bremen High School again. Coach Timmerman left a pretty good impact on this Raider program, and now coaching at his alma mater of New Bremen. Grace Holscher back in the lineup for the Raiders, and Holscher will split the pair. Holscher going to try to provide that defensive pressure that the Raiders switch to here. And the Raiders beat Sherman. Grace Holscher will get in there and pause the front ball. Sherman got her hands in there to break up the pass. Sherman making her presence felt on the defensive end really the second quarter. Holscher gets it in up over the Borchers. Kubo will walk it up. Over to Borchers. Borchers moving back up over to Holscher. Holscher gets a screen. Holscher rotates to Kubo. Gets a screen. Kubo slips it over to Holscher. Holscher is up to Kubo, over to Gosek. And the Raiders are going to find themselves lucky. They might have got away with a travel there. But Kelvin Gosek, the beneficiary, and the Raiders go up 9, 25-16 in the First National Bank first scoreboard. It's an 8-0 Raider run. Nelson is up in the corner to Pate. Pate going to fire 3 from the corner. And Ella Pate puts a dent in the Raider run. Ella Pate's got 5 points above her season average, about 4. 25-19 with 2:42 to go to the halftime break. Richard drives on the inside to Gosek, and Gosek puts in baskets on back-to-back possessions. Kelby Gosek coming off the bench. Make it vital for the Raiders again. This is some depth issues as Borchers gets the steal from Nelson, and Coach Bennington wants a full timeout. All timeouts, again, brought to you by Precision Strip as it's a 30-second timeout. Again, we'd like to remind you that our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports are Kubo Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Koki Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, the Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, the Jewelry Barn and NKTelco are keys to the game are brought to you by Kubo Pizza, school board sponsor First National Bank. This timeout's brought to you by Precision Strip. Starting lineups, Emerson Copeland and our Rushi Livey sponsor the Jewelry Barn. And a player of the game, which I will name after this game, is brought to you by NKTelco. Our district sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chipsex, LLC, Sicer, Equipment Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Guzman Automotive, Parking Bank, Secure Lines. My name is Brandon Coburn. Glad you can join us here from the Clare Cedar Gymnasium in Ritchie High School. 2:20 to go here to the halftime break. It's an 8-point Raider lead, 27-19 over the Green Cardinals, which has been high-octane, really offensive first half for both teams. As Carly Scott back in the Raider lineup. Out of timeout, 3-point attempt for Modern is really good. Sherman there to clean it up on the weak side. The Raider team cannot shoot, probably shot their poorest game of the year last year against New Bremen. In that first rematch they had with Coach Bennington, they were shooting better, playing better offensively this half. Only had 32 points in that first contest. Last year, Nelson fires 3, Gosek comes down with the rebound. Borchers looking to push up ahead against Powers. Gosek gets the screen. Over to Monty. Left side. Borchers to the right. Back up over to Borchers. Borchers gets the screen. Borchers to the basket. Cardinals playing it. Jump shot in the lane is good by C.C. Borchers. And these Raiders are off and running offensively this first half. Shooting very well. 31-19. Scott on the ground. Gets the turnover. Up ahead it's Borchers. Borchers riding with Powers in transition to Dosek. Borchers. Pressured by Abby Powers. Both good respected volleyball players at individual schools as Dosek goes back out to Scott. Scott goes right through the wickets. Hirschfeld back in. Powers up over to Allison Hayes. Hayes tries to get the exchange to Powers. Powers looking. Gets the ball tipped out by Borchers to the State Cardinal basketball. Well, a bucket for the Cardinals would be huge just to get some momentum back in. We had this game within 2. Missed a blown layup to tie it. Ever since it's 18-16, that finished on a 13-3 Raider run. Goes up over to Hayes. High Powers. Hayes has got to give it up over to Nelson. Hayes. Hayes got to make a move. Should have tip it. We're at halftime here at the Coast City Boat Gymnasium. Our score, Russia 31 to Bremen 19. We'll step aside, come back to the first half stats, first half recap, and then the second half of action next on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an Internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Back on NKTelco Sports, get ready for the beginning of second half of action between New Bremen and Russia. The Russia Raiders lead the New Bremen Cardinals by the score of 31 to 19. Let's take a look at the individual scoring in the first half. There for each team. For the Cardinals, they were led with Chloe Holman with 7 points. Ella Pape had 5. Abby Powers had 3, and Marina Nelson had 4. For the Russia Raiders, that first half, they were led with CeCe Borchers with 11. Ronnie Boone had 10, 8 coming in the first quarter. Toby Dosek had 4. Kate Sherman had 3, and Carly Scott had 3. The score after one quarter was 17-14, and now the score at halftime is 31-19. As we start the second half of action here on NKTelco Sports as the Cardinals are going to try to get the ball to Holman, but it's not going to happen because she got across the timeline 7 seconds into the second half. And Brandon Copeland, glad you can join us as we are quickly approaching Christmas in 8 days. A lot of games to come through yet in this fairly young season on NKTelco Sports. Brandon's got to get rid of the basketball, gives up on the right side to Gubo. Cardinals starting out with their original starting 5, and so are the Raiders. Real foul trouble on either side. Early in the contest, the Raiders are running offense. Borchers in the lane. Borchers tickles the twine, puts it in. She's got a baker's dozen in 13. 33-19, Raiders ahead of the Cardinals. Powers tries to give up over to Nelson. Nelson back to Holman. Over to Pape. Pape back to Nelson in the corner to Holman. Nelson trying to get around inside and go to Holman. Holman blocked from behind. Probably the most length that Holman's faced all year. Wide open, Ella Pape. Pape takes the 3, overshoots it. Monin goes and gets the rebound. Raiders push it up ahead. They forgot about Ronnie Poling leaking behind the defense. The Raiders were late to recognize it, but Poling puts it in and it's got a dozen. Her and Borchers have 25 of the 35 Raider points. Powers This ball up over to Nelson. Nelson on the left side. Nelson driving back over to Powers. It's a game where Sherman can be a little more aggressive. Officials have kind of let him play. They've been consistent, been good so far, and Hirschfeld's back in. Maybe some of the more tackier officials would call some of those little stuff on Sherman. Kind of let her get away with it today, and home into the basket. Shot is no good. Rebound goes down to Hayes, and it kicked back out to Powers. Actually, Powers tries on the inside, just cut off, and turns it over. Raiders pushed ahead. Borchers to the basket and puts it in. Had the one-on-one with Nelson. Could have dumped it off, but she takes it in herself, and she's got 15 points. Again, a two-headed monster today for the Raiders. Sherman and Reese Dubo only 3 points combined between them, and it's Borchers yet again going down the left side. Gonna go around, shots no good. And the Raiders blew an opportunity to expand on that lead. We're going to go in the corner to Powers. Powers going to be fouled there by Sherman. Sherman couldn't set her feet on the defensive end, and Raiders had the first team foul. It's going to be the first against Sherman as well. Carly Scott coming off the bench. She played only sparingly in that JV contest in the first half and did have a team-high 8 points in a 39-14 victory over the Cardinals. Nelson. Ball took out by Sherman. Let's get it in. They try to overpass to Homan. Raiders had it cut off. Great defense by Kate Sherman, communicating with her defense of what's going on. And Coach Andy Timmerman wants a timeout. Again, we'll take it with them. All timeouts this year brought to you by Precision Strip. 30-second timeout. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Back here in NKTelco Sports, 5:09 to go in the third quarter. Rushi ahead of New Bremen, 37-19 in the First National Bank first scoreboard. Raiders in control here. It's going to come to 6-0 in the first 3 minutes of this quarter. The jump ball really favors the Raiders. Something on the sideline out of bounds. Balloon flashes to the ball. Balloon trying to get Sherman on the inside. They have three Cardinals collapse on her through the defense and puts it in. Kate Sherman with a tough basket. She's got her second field goal of the ball game, up to 5 points now. Raiders getting a deflected pass. Kubo tried to get it ahead, and Nelson going to be called for the foul. Should be Raider basketball right in front of the scores table. As Ella Pate coming in. And that was Reese Kubo with the deflection there. Stay in the man-to-man defense. Scott with the basketball on the right side. Tries to drive to the basket, throws up a wild shot, no good. Bowling rips it out the pile. No, they're going to call a jump ball. And the arrow favors the Cardinals. Ronnie Poling had really kind of spearheaded the Raiders' 17-8 lead that they had early in the contest. Score she had 10 points in that first quarter, but at one point it was 18-16, and ever since it's been a 21-3 Raider run. The Cardinals in an offensive drought right now. Need some sort of basket. Hirschfeld blocked. It'll be a Cardinal turnover. Bo gets a screen at the timeline, back up over to Sherman. In the corner, that's going to be a deep two from Borchers. Airballs it. It's tipped out of bounds by Pape. Get a screen in for Borchers. Borchers in the action up over to Poling. Borchers back to Gubo. Gubo scoreless in this game. They still haven't needed her to score. They'll try to get to Sherman. My guy there for Fowler. He's doing a nice job matching up with Sherman. A fun matchup to watch. Only 7, Sherman with 5. 2 for 8 players coming at it. Now watch the matchup here. Sherman unselfish to Carly Scott. Saw the double team coming. Kicks it out to Carly Scott. And Scott with 5 points now. 41-19. Raiders in control. Just been tough sledding for the Cardinals offensively. Just in that first quarter, they only mustered 5 points. Jayla Shappy going to come back in the lineup along with Kelby Dosek. Dosek had a nice closeout for 4 points and grouped together to really ignite that later run toward going into the halftime break. It's been a 10-0 Raider run out of halftime. Try to get a high ball screen. Powers does a nice job of getting around it. Shappy with the basketball on the left side. Shappy will rotate it back up over to Sherman. Bring it up over to Borchers. Borchers trying to drive, will be denied. Pick it back out. Borchers going, back up over to Mondin in the corner. They're struggling to get in. Cardinals doing a nice job. Defense, and Mondin just held her pivot foot. Cut off. Ball goes back out to Mondin. As the Raiders finally being patient. Over to the corner to Shappy. Shappy driving baseline, and it's kicked on the sideline by Pape, and the Raiders will set up an out-of-bounds play under the basket. Watch the boys game tonight. The Rushi boys take on Troy Christian. The Raiders trying to stay perfect on the season. They'll face the Troy Christian Eagles, and the ball inbounded to Borchers, and a well-executed curl play for CC Borchers. She's up to a game-high 17 points. Borchers deflects it out of bounds. Substitution for the Raiders, Ronnie Poling, and Stulo back in. Ball goes back up over to Powers. Powers trying to drive on the inside. Powers looking to make a move. Back out Pape. Pape on the left side. Come in. Picks up the basketball up over to Nelson. Nelson to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld back out to Nelson. Nelson kind of had a quiet game where Patton's scoop shot hit the support. It's not going to count. But nice move in deep with the basket, but it's not going to count. It's hit the support. The impatient Cardinals playing really tight defense here as of late. Get it into Poling. They crash in on her, and it's in and out. Rebound down to Dosek, and she'll put it back in. Kelby Dosek with 6 points tonight. As Raiders up 45-19 on the Cardinals. Powers trying to get around Shappy, back up over to Nelson. Goes back over to Pape in the corner to Powers. You doing good this year? look at where her eyes are right on the basketball. Trying to get through, and she dragged the pivot for it. Just a nightmare. Some of the adjective you can use to describe it. Coach Amy Timmerman's squad and this team is putting very solid 4-2. They're just running into a very good Raiders squad right now. And Grace Holscher's back in line for the Raiders, and Hirschfeld's back in for the Cardinals. Some tough sledding. Holscher with the basketball. Holscher being patient, waiting for the offense to develop. This ball back up over to Scuba. Scuba looking for the basketball. Pulling triple team in the block, and she walked. Ball kicked out. Hirschfeld from the corner, overshoots it. Dubo pushes up ahead, sees Dosek streaking ahead, posting up on Powers. Her wild shot's no good. Holscher rips it away. Couldn't quite keep it alive though, but a great play by Grace Holscher to try to keep it alive. Hayes wide open on an island. Get the basketball and go against Kelby Dosek. Kicks it back out. Hayes throws up a wild shot, no good. Holscher with the rebound. We'll kick it out to Dubo. One play here. Half possession there to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to try to run an isolation, it looks like, for Dubo. Dubo on the inside. The teardrop too hard off the iron. Shot up at the horn. And that'll conclude the third quarter. Raiders in control, up ahead of the Bremen Cardinals, 35-19. We'll step aside, come back to the fourth quarter of action next on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, in the fourth quarter of action here between Russia and New Bremen. Russia ahead 45-19, a 14-0 Russia scoring advantage that third quarter. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and sponsors are pre-streaming replays of girls high school basketball. NKTelco Channel 3 and HD and Channel 503. You get to replay this game Friday, December 30th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, December 30th at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So we got a foul away from the basketball. It's going to go against Chloe Cooney. Her second. Jayla Shappy, the inbounder. Moves it back up over to Reese Dubo to Ronnie Poling. They run up screen for Dosek. Covered it up pretty well for the Cardinals. Get it into Dosek on the inside, and Dosek spins around and scores. Kelby Dosek having really nice game off the bench, 8 points, which is exactly what the Raiders need with Simone Putoff out. So you need a player like her to step up, and the Cardinals just, again, turning it over. And 5 points, and just a little 2 quarters plus. Let's get a couple of substitutions. Jenny York, C. Boykers back in, senior, back in, C.C. Boykers, and Carly Scott. So Raiders going to be Shappy, Borchers, Scott, Sherman, York. Cardinals are Pate, Nelson, Powers, Kuhlman, and Hirschfeld. Coaches block Christian came in. It's kind of the issue with the Raiders. A lot of turnovers in that win Thursday against Anna and Shelby County Athletic League. Raiders struggled offensively. Only 37-31 win over an Anna team. Shelby County Athletic League with the Bremen. Talk about the way they generally want to play as a foul against the Raiders against CC Borchers, it seemed like. Raiders had a 9-day layoff between that first loss this season against Tri-Village and playing Anna, and have another 5-day layoff and come back and play Shelby County Folk Hopkins. Thursday, the Clare Senior Gymnasium game this year on NKTelco Sports, and the Raiders ripping it away, and they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to stay Cardinal basketball. And they're going to, must have had the arrow wrong in the alternate possession. Will swing to the Raiders. Inside to Sherman. Sherman locked on the run. Just a barrage of hands in there. Sherman will shoot two. Line. Sherman dips in these fires and chance the first game. And both these teams actually will play Botkins next week. Bremen plays them on Tuesday, and Russia plays them on Thursday. And I'll be on the call for both of those games. I'll be at the Nest to call Botkins and Bremen here at the Clare Senior Gymnasium on Thursday to call the Shelby County girls game. And talked about it many times before, and I'm sure I'll allude to it over these next couple seasons since the Raiders are going to move out of the Clare Senior Gymnasium. Of course, it'll still be in use with the Raiders sounded passing every day. Hat on, the junior high gym, create extra seam and make it a varsity gymnasium. Powers on the inside, shot no good. Holman puts it up and in. First bucket of the second half for New Bremen as Chloe Holman's up to 9 points. This is the last time New Bremen and Russia are playing this team. A lot of memories of this team. Turn it over. Turn it right back over. Memories for a lot of people in Russia in this gym, and of course a lot of memories for, I'm sure, Andy Timmerman on the side of the Cardinals. Again, coached here for 5 years. His record overall 82-45 as head coach of the Raiders. District title back in 2017. Teams that were district runner-ups in 2018, 20, and 2021 as well. You won't find too many better coaches and too many better people than Andy Timmerman. Again, coaching out now in his second season as alma mater of New Bremen. He's doing a fine job leading the Cardinals. The cut on the inside is no good. It was a well-drawn-up play. The Raiders didn't execute. Cardinals, it's just the second half, it's boom. Turn it over as my mom going to come in. CC Brooks going to head out behind the exits out with 17 points. And a very good candidate for our NKTelco player of the game. Monin on the right side. Monin rotates over to Poland. Monin on the inside. They send it to Gubo. Gubo scoreless today, and she's going to remain scoreless as she misses that three. Abby Burden, who's in the lineup, fires a three from the right wing, and it's no good for the junior. Again, it says something too. Sherman with 6 points. Gubo has not scored, and the Raiders are up 27. Again, without someone put out showing the depth of this team and how good they can be over the course of this season. Monin, a little butterfingers there, and out of their hands. So, and the Raiders boys team will play Troy tonight, which you can catch on NKTelco. Kobe Dosek and Jim York coming in, Ryan Higgins and Kate Sherman tonight look to be done with. As Brace Holker's back in as well. Kelly Scott in the lineup. JV tip approximately at 6 o'clock. I'll be on the call for that JV game, and Craig Kissinger and I will tag team for the varsity game. Catch that airtime probably around 7:15 at the conclusion of the JV contest here on NKTelco Sports. For the Bremen boys, they have their first home game as we have a 5-second call. Their first home game will be Monday against St. Mary's. I'll actually be on the call for that game as well. So there's no way you can avoid me, I guess, calling your basketball games if you're from the Bremen or Wishy, it seems like, this year. But Bremen taking on St. Mary's as the Bremen boys opened their season last night with a win. As Dosek on the inside, her shot's no good. We've gone down to Burden. This will be a foul on Grace Holscher. They open their season with a win over Delta St. John's. They'll play WBL foe St. Mary's, who has a nice player by the name of Austin Parks, who's going to go play at The Ohio State University with Chris Holtman. Powers gives it up to Pape. Pape rotating on the inside. Wide open Hayes. They just took a nap on defense, and Austin Hayes gets in the box score. Holscher to York. Back up over to Dubo. Dubo looking to keep moving on offense. Back up over to Holscher. Holscher over to Scott. Wide open for the three. Cash money there for Carly Scott. Looking to really play some post and some wingness here. Nice play anywhere on the floor. Carly Scott. We're just glad to have her back from injury. She's got 8 points. She's going to tip and a weird steal. It's an over and back on Abby Burden. She established control late during the front court and stepped over the line. As Ruth Scuba heads out the lineup, and Madison Shappy going to come in and play in that JV contest earlier. The Raiders did win that JV contest 39-14 as Mary Rimmer was in the lineup. Abby Burden will check out for the Cardinals at 3 points below a season average of about 5.5. York looking to rotate the basketball. Holscher. Cross court pass. Scott. She's going to catch and fire. And shot is no good as Pape gets the rebound. Burden with the basketball. Burden looking to get rid of it. Puts it up over to Pape. Pape trailed by York. Pape trying to get on the inside. Hirschfeld flips it over to Burden. Pape gonna fire a three, and it's no good. Kelby Dosek with the rebound. And we got a precision strip timeout by Coach Paul Bremen. We will keep it here. And again, thank some of our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports. And our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports. So I'm trying to get my sheet here. Excuse me. Took my sheet away. That's it. Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Leads, the Jewelry Barney, and NKTelco. We're back here out of Precision Strip timeout here on NKTelco Sports. Shot going to get on there, and Olivia Thornton back in. JV players coming out. One Horse coming in for the Cardinals. Cardinals push it around. And Bornhorst is fouled on the inside by York. And Cardinals push it in. Lacey Flippo's in the lineup for the Raiders. As well as Hirschfeld trying to get it back over to Bornhorst. Bornhorst in the lane, gonna throw up a shot for a player, and she gets it to connect. Allie Bornhorst puts it in. And Cardinals trailing 51-26. In any moments of this ball game, the Raiders will advance to 8-1 on the season. The Cardinals will drop to 4-3. As Lacey Flippo is fouled. Trying to get it in. Addison Shappy wide open to take the deep two, and he falls a little short. Kelby Dosek going to be called for the over and back. Clock froze at 1:13 to go. Ball up over to Thornton. On the inside, York pokes it away. And York forces the turnover. Raiders trying to push it ahead, up over to Lacey Flippo in transition. So over to Shappy, back up over to Jayla Shappy, over to Kelby Dosek. Raiders just running through some offense here, and again, we'll move to 8-1 as there's a tie up, and the arrow favors the Cardinals. Thornton up over to Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld trying to move on the inside, trying to find a teammate, trying. Moving around, and it's tipped. And out of bounds, and it'll stay Crimson and Gold basketball. Shappy the steal. And the Raiders will just slow it down, and looks like this is going to be our final 51-25. Rushi defeats the Bremen Cardinals 51-25 here on NKTelco Sports. We'll thank our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports before we leave. Our sponsors are Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Copeland, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, Pratt Industries, New Knoxville Supply, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, The Jewelry Barn, and NKTelco. From our additional sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securicom, and the St. Henry Bank. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of girls high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 or HD on Channel 503. Catch the replays of this game Friday, December 30th at 7 p.m. or Saturday, December 31st at 4 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and nktelco.com/sports. As we let's take a look at our final stats, our final scoring totals for each team. First, take a look for the New Bremen Cardinals. They were then scoring with Chloe Homan with 9. Ella Pape had 5. Allie Bornhorst with 2. Abby Powers with 3. And Marina Nelson with 4. For the Rushi Raiders on the flip side, they were led with CC Borchers with 17 points. Lonnie Flynn had 12. 10 of those coming in the first quarter. They had 8 points from Kelby Dosek, 8 points from Carly Scott, and they had 5 points from Reese Guba. And after 1 quarter of play, our score was 17-14. At halftime, it was 31-19. And it was 45-19 after 3 quarters and 51-25 Raider final over the New Bremen Cardinals. So the Raiders moved to 8-1 on the season. The Cardinals dropped to 4-2. The Cardinals will be back in action on Tuesday against the Botkins Trojans. That's a game you catch Greg Burning and I call on NKTelco Sports, the JV at 6. The varsity tip probably around 7:15 airtime. And the Russia Raiders will be back in action against Botkins on Thursday. That's a game that you can hear Dave Helmstetter and I call. I'll be on the call for the JV game. Dave will join me for the varsity game. And the Raiders will battle and try to keep their league record unbeaten. So the Raiders, good contribution off the bench. And just overmatched the Cardinals as the game went on. And got good depth with them missing Simone Putoff for the season. And the Raiders pull ahead 51-25. And before we leave, we'd like to name our NKTelco player of the game. And from Russia, we're going to give it to CC Borchers. Overall, 17 points. A nice night for the senior point guard, CC Borchers. Came out, played very well. Her, Ronnie Poling, both played very well over the course of this ball game. But CC Borchers, I think, run away with our player of the game here. 17 points. She really set the tone. And the Raiders defeat the New Bremen Cardinals. So we'll step aside, and we'll come back with the varsity boys contest later tonight. But for the final time, the Russia Raiders defeat the New Bremen Cardinals 51-25 here on NKTelco Sports. My name's Brandon Coburn. Glad you could join us here, and we'll see you next time on NKTelco Sports.